Peppa Pig, Grandpa Pig to the rescue. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George for a ride on his little train, Gertrude. Gertrude has rubber wheels so we don't have to go on train tracks, says Grandpa Pig.
Wow!
I love Gertrude, says Peppa. Miss Rabbit is in her big train, taking the grown-ups to work. Morning, Grandpa Pig, calls Miss Rabbit. Out on your toy train again. Gertrude is not a toy. She is a miniature locomotive, says Grandpa Pig. The big train is going very fast. It can go much faster than Gertrude. Oh no, the big train has broken down. Gertrude catches up with Miss Rabbit's big train. You need to get yourself a train that doesn't break down like Gertrude, says Grandpa Pig. That's a good idea, says Miss Rabbit. I'm borrowing your little train. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. All the passengers climb into Gertrude and Grandpa Pig is left behind. Oh no! Mrs. Cow is waiting for the train at the next station. Has the train shrunk? asked Mrs. Cow. No, this is a toy train, says Miss Rabbit. Gertrude is not a toy train. She is a miniature locomotive, says Peppa. There's a traffic jam on the road, so Miss Rabbit takes a shortcut.
Bonk, bonk.
Hello, ducks, calls Peppa as they ride past the duck pond. Gertrude might not be very fast, but at least she can ride on the grass. Gertrude crawls up the very steep hill.
Wow!
You can make it, cheer the passengers. Gertrude reaches the top of the hill very slowly. By the time she reaches the last station, it will be time for everyone to go home again. Back down the line, Grandpa Pig is trying to mend the big train. Grandpa Pig loves mending things. So many interesting bits and bobs, says Grandpa Pig, but can he put them back together again? Finally, Gertrude reaches the station, and so does Grandpa Pig with the big train. You've mended it, says Peppa. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. Everyone gets in the big train ready to go home. Off we go, says Miss Rabbit. Stop, cries Peppa. What about Gertrude? We can't leave her behind. Don't worry, we can take the toy train as well, says Miss Rabbit. She uses a crane to hoist Gertrude into the big train.
Wow!
Gertrude is not a toy, says Grandpa Pig. We know, says Miss Rabbit. She is a miniature locomotive. Miss Rabbit drives all the passengers and Gertrude home.
Hooray!
Everyone agrees that Gertrude is the best miniature locomotive in the whole world. Gertrude is the best train in the whole world, says Peppa. The end. Peppa Pig, Grandpa Pig's toy plane. Peppa and George are helping sort through a box of Granny Pig's old toys. This is the dolly I had when I was little, says Granny Pig.
Wow!
Peppa loves it, but Grandpa Pig isn't very interested. I can show you something really good, says Grandpa Pig. Come with me. We need to go to my shed, says Grandpa Pig. He leads Peppa, George and Granny Pig down the hill into the garden. Peppa brings the dolly with her. Grandpa Pig rummages in his shed and brings out a toy aeroplane.
Wow! Airplane,
says George. George loves aeroplanes. Can it fly? asks Peppa. Of course it flies, says Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig pulls the levers on his remote control and the plane takes off. It's the best little plane ever, Grandpa, cheers Peppa. But it would be better if it were bigger, says Grandpa Pig thoughtfully. Look after my dolly, please, Peppa, says Granny Pig. I'm going inside to get us all some nice fresh juice. While Granny Pig is gone, Grandpa Pig rushes into his shed. He wheels out a much larger toy plane. I made this bigger and better one, says Grandpa Pig. Wow, cries Peppa. It even has a cockpit for the pilot.
wow!
Maybe Dolly would like to be the pilot, says Grandpa Pig. He takes the dolly and pops her into the cockpit. But Granny said I should look after Dolly, says Peppa. Dolly will be fine, says Grandpa Pig. The plane zooms up into the sky. Orbee! Shouts Grandpa Pig. He presses the remote control and the toy plane begins to loop the loop in the air. But as the plane turns upside down, Dolly falls out.
Oh no!
Dolly! cries Peppa. Grandpa Pig keeps pulling the green lever on the remote control. No need to panic, he says nervously. The plane completes the loop and catches Dolly. Hooray! cries Peppa. Let's try something even more exciting, says Grandpa Pig. Roar! The toy plane zooms towards the house. The plane flies through the open door. It flies over Granny Pig as she is looking in the fridge. What was that? asks Granny Pig. But the toy plane is gone before she can spot it. Quick! Granny's on her way back, says Peppa. Grandpa Pig lands the toy plane on the grass.
Hooray!
Juice for everyone, calls Granny Pig merrily. Perfect timing, says Grandpa Pig. George and Peppa love toy aeroplanes. Everyone loves toy aeroplanes. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.